What's up everyone, Tom from the Airsoft headquarters here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the KWA AEG 2.5 or VM4 internal systems. Now, some of the concerns that or questions I have gotten very lately is how to make those adjustments with those internal systems, such as with the KWA T6, the X series VM4s, or even the newer KWA TK45s, the different mod series from KWA, etc., etc., etc. Some of the concerns, especially with customers in here asking to swap the springs and forget or don't realize that their KWA rifle has the adjustable velocity spring guide rod. So I took a clip from a video that I was rendering out, and we're going to put that in place of this right now. So this here is my KWA Ronin 47. So this utilizes a AK style of magazine, but it is proprietary because it slides in like an M4 and not like an AK. But I'm bringing it just to showcase the very back part of the stock here. So this typically utilizes the PDW style of stock, which I've already taken off. So by unscrewing the screw here to hold the stock system to the receiver, like I'm doing right now, very short screw that holds everything together. That PDW stock slides off as long as I get that fuse and battery connector out of the way. And there we have the tang part of the stock system right there. Actually, right there. So what happens is if you come down, rotate out of the way, this is the spring guide rod on a version 2 gearbox. And what's cool is that the neck of the spring guide rod actually can be extended, which increases the amount of tension on the AEG spring, resulting in a higher velocity. So you don't need to have multiple springs to go from indoor to outdoor. You simply change the neck of tension on that AEG spring while you're at chrono. Something like this, it has a longer tang to that internal system, so you don't technically need the assistance of your buffer tube spring to hold that guide rod in place. Because there's so much length to it, it keeps itself in line very easily. But just to make sure that things go smoothly, we do suggest putting that recoil or that buffer tube spring guide screw in place, and just make sure everything is in there and tight. A final additional note is that dependent on the KWA platform that has the adjustable velocity of spring guide rod system, you will need to utilize additional tools, such as maybe a elongated screwdriver, especially with the X series, where you do need to go down the entire length of the buffer tube system to get access to that spring guide rod retention screw in order to get that buffer tube off. So make sure that you do have the additional tools for the job that you need at hand. The T6, the different KWA Mod 1, Mod 2, Mod 3s, the Ronin 47 are going to have way easier access to that screw inside of that stock system, and definitely do not need nearly as long of a screwdriver as I have here. You can also utilize the Allen screw that comes inside of the box with your KWA rifles, and you can go through the back here and make those adjustments to the spring guide rod. In order to confirm the length or direction that I am turning that spring guide rod over, I like to manually depress and extract that spring guide rod so I can visually inspect how far in depth that spring guide rod is, and then reinstall it and then re-chrono. This is from a display that we have here in the store that I use to showcase and demonstrate how to get access to that spring guide rod. So now I have shown you guys, people of the internet, and we can utilize this video for different purposes. So that's what we have for today. We're all done here. You guys take care, stay safe, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.